Go to the airport now. Start an event? Yeah, 10:30 p.m. It's raining. When the heck did it start raining? Literally just ran, drove into the rain. What's up, John? Yeah, I've been doing some lives, but keeping them short because we're in the gulag. We're gonna be in the gulag for a while, so you know how that goes. Yeah, I just did a one. sh- I did it myself. Hmm. Yo, how are the riots over there in LA? Anything around your area? 'Cause I've been watching some clips. It looks pretty crazy out there. It looks crazy out there, man. Alaikum salam. Now it's starting to rain. I've been keeping a little bit of an eye on those riots. Things are getting crazy out there. It ain't looking good. LA is crazy. It was some here in the Bay, but enforcement handles that quickly. Oh, okay. I heard something about Marines being deployed over there. Something about 700 Marines or something like that. Did you hear anything about that? Because I saw some cars on fire. I saw one of those Waymo ride share cars on fire too. Hey, what's up? Lopez, what's up? Marines, yeah, on the streets. People started hitting police and ICE. So Marines were deployed. Oh man, I gotta look up those videos later. Walaikum salam. We're not doing that for that much. Heck no, not doing that for that much. Absolutely not. Tap, tap, tap the screen for me, guys. Hi, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the YouTube Gulag. Welcome to the YouTube Gulag. That's where we're at right now. We're in the YouTube Gulag. That's where we're at in the YouTube Gulag. Bro, I'm gonna have to start 4 in the morning because once it gets around this time, business is so slow. I made my money today. Had to pay almost $800, $3 shy of 800 for the electric bill. I can't believe it, bro. This is the highest bill we've gotten since we moved into that unit. $800 electric bill, $3 shy of 800. And we had the electric company come in and do an inspection, and they said, "Is that AC?" That AC is old and it's all beat up, and they were showing us part of the AC, and they said, "You see how that part is all?" And it's true, the AC is torn up. So they need to change that unit, but that they identified that that unit, based on some inspection they did, is causing that extremely high electric bills. The crazy thing is that riot started because ICE went to a business that was laundering money and in direct connection with ooh, and people are buffoons. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, Trump told the Mexican president uh, that if she wanted, he could send U.S. troops to fight the cartels, and she turned it down. She said no. I kind of get it because you don't want foreign. I mean, if you're allies, it should be all good, right? She doesn't want foreign troops in her soil, right? But at the same time, she can fix the problem on her own. She can't fix the problem on her own. Clearly not. That's been going on for how many years now? So Trump is saying, "Hey, if you want, we will send Marines in there. We'll send troops to help you. Clean this up, get rid of all the cartels and stuff like this." And she turned it down. She said, "No, I'm good." Oh yeah, she is. Oh, no wonder. No wonder. That's crazy, man. Because that would have been a good opportunity for Mexico. It would have been a good opportunity. Send in there and go to war. Go in there with U.S. troops, U.S. Marines. Go to war, clean house, and then have Mexico be nice and safe. Better for everybody. Better for the people. Better for the country because more tourism. More countries will invest in Mexico, doing projects and businesses. But this lady don't want to. Why are there waving Mexico flags in the U.S.? And yeah, and they're also burning American flags too. The thing is that they are opposing enforcing the law. That's literally what they're doing because they're taking out people that are illegally here, not just Mexicans, right? Venezuelans, you name it, Cubans, you name it. Anybody that's illegal here, they're enforcing the law. So the Democrats normalized the law not being enforced because they had the border wide open. So now that they're trying to enforce the law, people are like, "What? What is this? This is unfair." It's like, no, they're really just enforcing the law. Seriously, that's all they're doing, right? So go figure. Should be a federal crime. Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Let me see what's up here because this is looking a little dry. I'm not going to the airport. It's already 8:24. Hello. That's not just burning cloth. That's not that's not what it is. You have to understand what that means, what it signifies. It's not just burning cloth. What's up? Yeah, easy. As a matter of fact, show me another people in another country that are burning their own flag in their country. Show me, because I haven't seen it. I have not seen another people in another country in their country burning the flag of their country. No, what it means is not irrelevant. What it means is what makes it different from just a piece of cloth. If it didn't have a meaning, then it would just be a piece of cloth. But there's a meaning attached to it. And every country has this piece of cloth for a reason, right? Because if the piece of cloth wouldn't matter, then you wouldn't have things like treason. You wouldn't need any borders either. Are you like one of these people that you don't care about borders? No borders? Because every country has a border. And guess what? Any country in the world that you're illegal in, they will deport you. No, that's not part of protest. There's boundaries. The same way looting can be part of protest. I mean, if we apply this logic, you can justify looting also. Ah, they're just protesting, man. Leave them alone. They're just venting. No, there's boundaries. Even within protest, there's boundaries in a civilized society. That's not just protest. When you're burning and destroying property, that's not protest. Looting and stuff, not automatically. People are destroying property. What do you call destroying property? If I burn down Target here and I don't take anything, what is that? And then I just say I'm protesting. I didn't take anything. I just burned it. I'm just protesting. I'm just using your logic here. You don't understand boundaries. That's the problem. You just see it as a piece of cloth, as burning a piece of cloth, freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech. Burning the American flag is not freedom of speech. I only loot in video games, like Grand Theft Auto. 55 plays Grand Theft Auto. What's this? Very lazy to go where? I need to see where I'm going though, because I'm not gonna go north. Mm. To go where? How far is this? Uh, you know what? I'm gonna call it. I already made my money anyways for today. Yeah, take care. You don't have common sense. You don't have any common sense. You think it's just a piece of cloth and the flags don't mean anything. All right. There's a reason why when a country back in the day during war times, when a country took over another country, the first thing they did was plant their flag. So you don't understand history. This is the problem. And I don't care to explain it to you. You don't understand the idea and the purpose behind the flag. So why bother? To you, it's just a piece of cloth. Yeah, it's just a piece of cloth. I'm not saying you should elevate it to worship status, but it does have a meaning. You can dismiss the meaning that it has and the purpose that it has and why it's not acceptable to burn it. Right? Chinese grill. What in the heck? Is that a Chinese restaurant and a laundry mat at the same time? What in the world? I've seen it all now, John. Mm. Yeah, it should be a federal crime, 100%. I agree with John. And guess what? We're in a democracy. So if we get enough people on board, which I'm pretty sure most people would be on board, it would become a federal crime. There you go. Or you can have an opinion. Nobody's saying you can't. And I can have mine. And I agree with John, it should be a federal crime. It just so happens that there's at least two opinions here that disagree with your one opinion. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Oops, actually, there's three opinions that disagree with your one opinion. 111 seems to agree also with us. You see? Let me see if I logged off of this one. Yeah, that's right. We're in the gulag right now, but we'll be free. We'll be free maybe in a few days, maybe in a few weeks. We're shadow banned right now, but that's okay. Yo, John, I'm going home. Now I'm going home. Let me log off of. That was actually the amount I was trying to make when I came back out because I came back out. Yo, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. That is literally the amount I was trying to make. Appreciate it, man. I came back out because I'm like, I want to make 25 more and finish the day with like, uh, how much did I make earlier? Like 175, but it's just dead right now. They sent me one or two and they were terrible. Because around this time, it just dies. Thank you, bro. Miss doing DoorDash. I might start doing regular Uber. Wow, what state do you live in, Lock? So I'm gonna go to bed early today. Arizona? John is in LA. You're in Arizona. Arizona. I mean, I used to watch a guy, haven't in a while, but I used to watch a guy on YouTube. I might be still subscribed to him, but I don't remember the name of his channel. But I think he used to work in Arizona and he used to do pretty good with regular rideshare. I don't know about deliveries, but he used to do pretty good with just regular X, just a car that does only X. Arizona. It's a pretty good state. I'm in Florida, Stan. Rideshare is good there, right? How is illegal immigration big in Arizona too? Like is there a lot of people coming in or have they used to come in through the border? I'm guessing, right? Bro, you know I picked up one of the craziest rides today that I've ever done on Uber. One of the craziest out of all my years doing Uber, today was one of the craziest. So I pick up this lady. She's like, I think she wasn't all there, right? But I pick up this lady, and she's probably like in her mid 40s, dark skin lady, a little chubby, and she somebody else. This is why I don't like to pick up people that other people call the Uber for them. You know, somebody else's account, and they call it for other people as a guest. So she was a guest on some lady's account, and the owner of the account was the lady that the house of the lady I was dropping her at. That was the owner of the account. Anyway, This lady comes in. She's like, "Hey, can I? Do you mind if I vape?" I said, "Yeah, I can't have that because I have asthma." She's like, "Oh, okay, I understand. I have bronchitis." I said, "Yeah." Anyway, we start going, and she starts talking about she just had an accident and all this. That's when she was in an Uber. But then she's like, "You mind if we stop by the restaurant to get a burger?" I said, "Yeah, I mean, this is, I gotta take you to where it's saying." "Yeah, but don't worry, we'll take this exit and then I'll buy you your food." I said, "No, I'm not interested." Right off the bat, I'm like, "Bro, this is not how Uber works, you know?" But this is why I don't like when people, it's not their accounts, because stuff like this can happen, right? Then she starts saying, "Oh, I think it's good if we take this direction." So me thinking, okay, she must know a shortcut or something, knows where she's going, which I don't like that anyway. I don't like to deviate from the map, but whatever, right? She starts saying, it's faster this way. So I make a left where she's asking me to take a left. I'm still talking to her because I know how to treat people. So I'm asking her about her accident also. What happened? You heard your accident, right? And she talks a little bit about that, and we drive for like 2, 3 minutes. And then I look at the map and I notice we're drifting further and further and further away. I'm like, I think we're drifting further away. She's like, no, no, no. Like down this road, you're gonna make a right. I said, all right. So I make a right, and I look at the map, and I see we're still drifting away. And I zoom out, and I see we're going towards like the water. Like there's no exit. We're going straight through the water, like dead end, and then it's water after that, like the ocean. I'm like, ma'am, this is taking us the wrong way. She's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. No, I have to make a U-turn. So I make a U-turn. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, make a U-turn. My bad. Okay, make a right. I'm like, no. If I make a right, this is gonna take us complete. It's gonna take us away from where we're supposed to go, and there's no way to go around it. She's like, oh, okay. Like she wasn't rude, but she was just like, you can tell she wasn't all there, right? Eventually, I got back on the highway. And she was trying to avoid the highway for some reason. I don't know if it's because she just had an accident, and but her accident, from what she explained to me, wasn't on the highway. She was just like at a red light, and somebody came and hit her from behind. So anyway, long story short, I end up just taking her to where she's going. Uh, and she was telling me she was a nurse. What's up, G? She was telling me she was a nurse, and I'm thinking, you deal with patients? You deal with people? It's kind of weird to explain because she wasn't rude or ghetto, but she just wanted things to be done a certain way, and because it wasn't her account, um, I think if it was her account, I would have probably kicked her out, to be honest. Because I don't like the whole, hey, take this route, take that, especially if you have no clue where we're going, clearly, because we're going the opposite way and we're drifting further and further away from the drop off location, and the route that you're suggesting leads nowhere to there. There's like not even a way to get there, like a shortcut or anything. You know, it's just completely opposite of where we're supposed to go. Maybe she was on drugs. Yeah, maybe could be because she kept saying that she took medicine and she kept saying her back was hurting from the accident and all this. So no, no, maybe she was. Maybe she took some medication. No, no, I did give the account. That's a one rating, John. 1 star for sure. 1 star for sure. And just in case I'm in that area ever again, and she happens to call the Uber for her again, it ain't gonna be me. What's going on? Leave the haram. I like that name. So no, yeah, for sure that was a 1 star. Then I went to the airport, right? And my wife. Oh, that reminds me, I have to take my lunchbox. My wife gave me a lunchbox with shrimp and salad, and she put it inside this like thing that keeps it warm or whatever. Like it's like this container that keeps it warm, and then a lunchbox is like insulated. But anyway, so I went to the airport, and when you're at the airport, you don't want to pick up this like short rides. Like there's no driver in the airport that is picking up short rides. Like you're not there for $7 or $8 rides, not even $10 rides. You're there trying to get like 20 and up at least. But this one short ride came in, and I was like in the back of the queue. 'Cause there's a queue in the airport, and they're suggesting this one short ride, like a $7 ride, and I'm like, bro, there's like 105 cars in front of me. At least if I do this one, I can come back. Maybe they save my spot, which they do sometimes, a lot of times. I said, you know what? I just want to keep the wheels moving. Let me get it. So I accept this trip. I pick up this girl, one girl with luggage. And it was like 3 miles. So $7 for 3 miles, still not bad. But this is not what you want to do from the airport. Like nobody goes to the airport for this type of trips, right? Anyway, I did it. Girl gets down, she leaves. I up her luggage, she leaves. I get in the car, and it was like a community, and I just parked the car because I didn't want to keep driving. Then I look back and I noticed she left her black jacket in the back. I was literally outside parked. She left her black jacket in the back. So I said, yes. The reason I said yes is because when you return an item back to a customer that they have left, Uber gives you $20. So I immediately I was outside. I didn't even leave the parking lot of her building complex. I was literally parked there. So I called Uber right away. I messaged them. I'm like, I sent a report. Customer left her item. Then she called me like 5 minutes later. I'm like, yeah, I'm still out here. You can come outside and get it. So she comes outside, gets it, I give it to her. And as soon as you give it to them and you press that you return the item, Uber gives you $20. So that trip that was $7, ended up being $27 because of the jacket situation. So that ended up being 27 for 3 miles. So what is usually you know, I don't want to take this type of trip from an airport. It turned out to be in the end not too bad just because of that. And then that got me thinking. That got me thinking, man, I need more people to leave more stuff in the car because shoot, this is good. But I don't want to cheat the system or anything like that. So no, I wouldn't do that. But it sure as heck crossed my mind. It sure as heck crossed my mind. Like, man, what if 2, 3 customers a day just happen to leave some behind? That's a 60. That's a 60 right there. Nah, you can't do that because eventually they'll catch on. They'll look at your account and then they'll just close your account. They'll block your account and you can't get back on. You can they'll call it app manipulation. That's what they call it. You're manipulating that. Sure. Yeah, they do. It is legal. It is legal, but I don't like to abuse it, That kind of makes up for the cleaning fee because Uber's policy now is, let's say you taking somebody, right? And they throw up in your car. Literally, somebody throws up in your car, right? And you contact Uber. You know what Uber will tell you? You have to go clean it first, and then they will pay you, send them a receipt, and then they'll reimburse you. That's a horrible deal for the driver because not only are you losing, now you have to stop working, right? So you're losing business because you have to stop working. But you have to go and get it clean and get it detailed and all this, and you're not making any money. And then they're just gonna give you the money back to get it cleaned. What the heck? Hell no. But Lyft is different. Lyft will give you, like, when you report it, you have to send them some pictures, which that happened last week with this one guy that dropped a whole bunch of, like, some gooey soap or something back there on my seat. And I reported it to Lyft. I sent the pictures. They sent me $80 right away. $80. Well, you shouldn't have left no gooey green stuff on my seat. Sorry, not sorry, because I had to stop and clean that thing up. I think it was soap still. What's up, Daniel? Walaikum salam, eh? Tesla drivers thing. You know, the people in the Teslas, they make pretty good money with doing ride share. They do. They make pretty good money doing ride share. The problem with the Teslas is, um, the problem with the Teslas is that, how much is the cheapest Tesla battery? Let's say your battery. Yes, Chat GPT. I don't know if this is true or not, but I hear something about 12,000. What is the cheapest Tesla battery cost? S- 16,000 before taxes and installation. What? Tesla battery 16,000. That's another car right there. If the battery in this car goes bad, I go to Walmart, get me another one for 130, 140. Problem fixed. If your Tesla battery goes bad, apparently it's 16 G's. What the heck is in that battery that is 16 G's? It's a whole lot of money for a car battery. No, sir. Yeah, they got beef now. What you think about that beef, John? Elon and Trump got beef now. Have you seen them going at it on the X platform? 16K for a battery. No, sir, thank you. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm starting to have shortness of breath. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and get ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep early. So this is gonna be it for this one. I'll be back tomorrow, inshallah. We're still in the gulag, but I'm gonna continue to stream. John, thank you, bro, for the super chat. Everybody.